Okay, now we continue the second movie for chapter 1. The first movie we were looking at some basic concepts or definition, general or overview about economics, and we also were looking at one principle. It's about scarcity principle, and I hope that after watching uh, the, the 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 first movie out chapter 1, all of you or most of you get some idea, some concept for yes for your benefit. Okay, now we going to the second movie of chapter 1. So chapter the first movie chapter 1 we ended by this slide, so second must be continue from this slide. Okay, this slide is about cost benefit principle. So previous principle we were looking at scarcity principle, now cost benefit principle. Okay, so just review from what we have looking at so far. In studying choice under scarcity, because when we're looking at definition of economics, so we will see this one, choice under scarcity. Okay, in studying choice under scarcity, we'll usually begin with the idea that people are rational. Okay, also what does it mean rational? So maybe you can see down here, I will go to down here, you can see in our language. Economists assume that rational people is someone who has well-defined the goals or objectives or plans and tries hard to fulfill those goals as the best as he or she can. So rational people refer to the people, economic define rational people is the people that set the goal, set the point that they want to go, and then they try any choice, any methods, any strategy in order to reach that choice, or in order to reach that goal or that point. This is called rational person or rational people. To do so, they use cost-benefit principle. Okay, just remind you from previous movie we were looking at cost-benefit analysis. Who still remember the concept of cost-benefit analysis? Okay, so now we were going to see cost-benefit principle. Previous one, under scarcity principle, we were looking at cost-benefit analysis. But now we will see cost-benefit principle. So rational people will use cost-benefit principle in order to reach or to try to reach their goal or their objective or their plan. So what is cost-benefit principle? Cost-benefit principle is the concept or the theory or is the principle that saying that, let's state that an individual, a person or a firm or a country or society should take an action if and only if the extra benefit, additional benefit or marginal benefit from taking this action, okay, this is the same action, that action are at least as greater as extra cost or marginal cost. Okay, extra cost or marginal cost or additional cost. Okay, so what is rational person? This is in our language. Rational person refer to Yes, the person who use their sense, their knowledge, their yes, in order to do something. So ជាភាសាខ្មែរយើងគឺសំដៅទៅដល់មនុស្សទាំងឡាយណាដែលធ្វើអ្វីៗប្រកបដោយឬយោងតាមវិចារណញាណឬក៏ហេតុផលអញ្ចឹងនឹងហើយយើងហៅថាមនុស្សដែលមានហេតុផលឬមនុស្សដែលមានវិចារណញាណភាសាអង់គ្លេសគេហៅ rational person or rational people. So rational people refer to the people who set the plan, set the goal to go, set the objective to go, the point to go, and then try their best. Any strategy, any method. Try any strategy, any method. Yes, in order to reach the goal. That's why in order to reach that goal, in order to reach that goal or that plan, they use cost-benefit principle. So what is cost-benefit principle? Refer to a person, an individual, a firm, a country, a society, a province should take one action if and only if extra benefits from that action are at least greater as extra cost. Extra benefit, marginal benefit, extra cost, marginal cost are at least as greater as. What are they mean? These are the key concepts of cost benefit principle. Extra benefit or marginal benefit, extra cost or marginal cost are at least as greater as. Okay, so I have one example for you. How to find extra cost or marginal cost, extra benefit or marginal benefit. Okay, go together. Okay, this is about marginal cost or extra cost that I just said in previous slide, and marginal revenue or extra revenue. Okay, so we suppose that we are users. We are user. Our function is producing goods or is producing services and selling. So in order to produce, you need to pay. In order to produce goods or services, you need to pay. So after paying, you got the goods in your hand or in your house or in your shop. And then when you sell, you got revenue. Okay, you got revenue. But it is not total cost, not total revenue. It's about extra or marginal cost. Okay, look at this table. I have output. I am producers. I produce. I got output. In order to produce output, I need to pay. Total all costs that I need to pay is, for example, if now I produce 100 units output. In order to get 100 units in output in my warehouse or in my shop, in my factories for selling, I pay all costs together 450. 450 is total cost. Okay, this is what I paid in order to get 100 units output. When I get output in my shop or in my warehouse or in my factory or in my hand, I am producers. I'm not a consumers. I'm not a buyers. Producer produce good to sell. That's why I sell these 100 units of output into the market. When I sell all these units, I got money turned to me. Money turned to me is revenue. $500. $500. Okay. So if I have only one condition like this, I cannot find extra. I cannot find extra, additional, or marginal. Because when we're talking about extra, that means we compare one point to another point. Extra, that means higher, increased. Okay, extra, that means higher or increased. But if I have one point, I don't have a change. That's why I don't know what is extra. That's why we're talking about extra cost or extra benefit or extra revenue is nothing here. Okay, so now is my plan. But because I am producer, I am a business owner, I don't want to have my business stay the same size. say the same size or the same activities. I want to make my business become growing, increasing. From day to day must be going up. That's why I want to increase my production. For example, I test. This is the formula that we use in order to find extra. In order to find extra cost, you need to find the change. This is the delta. The delta, it means change. The change total cost divided by the change total output. So what does it mean? The change total cost, the change total output. If you want to get more output, you need to pay more cost. Okay, you need to pay more cost. That's why the change total cost divided by the change total output, this is marginal cost. So what does it mean, the change? The change total cost equal to total cost at ending. E stands for ending point, ending quantity, minus total cost beginning point or beginning quantity. This change total cost divided by change total output Q. In order to find change, you need to find output at ending level, ending quantity, minus output at beginning level. So look at this one. If you produce at ending level, you need to pay total cost at ending. If you want to produce output at beginning level, you need to pay total cost at beginning. Okay, that's why this is consistent. If you change the order, your MC, your marginal cost will be wrong. What does it mean change? For example, if you change, this is beginning, this is ending. But when you're talking about change in output, you put ending minus beginning. Again, if you put beginning minus ending for the total cost, while output ending minus beginning, this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. That's why you pay total cost ending when you produce output ending. You pay total cost beginning when you produce output beginning. Okay, clear? Yes. So this is a formula for marginal cost. Similarly to marginal cost, marginal revenue do the same, or do just the same concept, but just change what? Because it's talking about cost by total cost. We're talking about revenue. This is total revenue. So again, the same formula like this one, but just change total cost to total revenue. If you want to find marginal cost, the change total cost that divided by the change total output produced. Because you produce more, you pay more cost. However, if you get more output, you sell into the market, you get more revenue. Okay, that's why this is more cost, this is more revenue. Okay, when you see this one, look at table. For example, I want to increase my production by 1 unit from 100 to 201. If I increase my production 1 unit extra, I pay total cost extra as well. Okay, extra, see? However, because I have more unit output, when I take this more unit output to sell in market, I got more revenue. That's why this is about extra is about change. That's why I got change, beginning, ending. So in order to find marginal cost, this formula, I got 3.5 from this data. In order to get extra revenue or marginal revenue, this is a result 5 using this formula from this data. Okay, because I am producing, I am a running business, I don't want to get my business stay still the same size, so I want to increase from 1 to 1. Suppose that I want to increase one more unit from 101 to 102, 1 unit extra. If I produce more unit, I need to pay more total cost. However, I pay more total cost because I get more output. If I take this more output to sell in the market, I got more revenue. So based on this one, I find that this is a marginal cost by using the formula. This is marginal revenue by using the formula. Again, I'm not staying at that side. I want to make it more. Okay, let's say we produce one more unit from 102 to 103. More output produced, more cost, and also more revenue. So based on this 103 unit, I got marginal cost 7.5, marginal revenue 5 point. Okay, so this is about concept marginal cost and marginal revenue. If you are not clear, okay, you can review it again and again. Why 101 I got 3.5 for marginal cost, 5 for marginal revenue? Why 102 5 for marginal cost and 5 here for marginal revenue? Why is 103 marginal cost 7.5 but marginal revenue is only 5? So this slide gives you some idea to get these numbers. Okay, best or optimal output to produce, because I am producer, I'm running business, I produce goods or services to sell. That's why I want to find which output level or which quantities output is the best for me. The best for me. That's why this is from previous slide. Same. Okay, I add 2 columns. This column and the other column. This column is about profit, or we call surplus. When we study economics, okay, normally we don't focus on profit. We focus on surplus. Why? Why not focus on profit? Because when we're talking about profit, we're talking about money left in your hand. Absolutely not left. Money that's still in your hand after you pay anything, you pay all costs, you still have money. This is your profit. Okay, when you got revenue, and after you pay anything, everything, and still has the money in your pocket, in your hand, in your account, this is profit. But economics not focus only money remaining. Surplus is more than money remain a profit. Surplus is not focus on money, not focus too much on money, but focus on development, focus on happiness. Okay, focus on development or happiness. For example, you lose money but you got building for using. You lose money but you are happy. You are satisfied. Your life should be happy, satisfied. That's why this is economic focus on, not only money, but focus more than money. It's about your feeling, happiness, development. Okay, that's why we tend to say surplus, not money. But however, this one tend to be similar to each other because we're talking about money. Okay, if you want to find profit, how to find profit? Who know how to find profit? Okay, if I produce 100 units, I got profit 50. Who can tell me why is 100 units produced, I got 50, let's say $50 or $50,000, $50 million? It depends on the unit of money. But if you say 50, I got 50 is a profit. Who know how to get 50? If I produce 101, I got 51.5. If I produce 102, I got profit 51.5. If I produce 103, I got profit 49. The first profit 50 and then profit increasing and then profit tend to be stay still. After that, profit drop down. So what quantities output that I decide to produce? The best or the optimal output that I decide to produce. So which one? Based on surplus or based on profit, I will produce 2. No, I cannot use 2 because only one that I take, and I cannot take 2 at the same time. I will produce 102. Why? Because 102 I got marginal cost equal to marginal revenue. Even though I have the same profit as 101, but I take 102 to produce. Okay, so if you are a business person, you may choose 101 to produce. Okay, if you are a business person, because you care about your business, you care about only yourself, not caring about the other people. That's why you decide to produce 101. Because 101, 102, you have the same profit. Why we need to produce more? Why we have the same profit as the previous one, here? But if you are economics researchers or policy makers, is it the best to produce 102? Okay, because 102 based on the concept of optimal output, MC equal to MR. This is the best one. And moreover, based on the reality, if you are government, you try to encourage every business to run more business. When every business run more business, they provide jobs to more workers. That's why more users, more produce, more job for workers. Okay, this is one benefit for country, not for user, not for company itself, but for the country as a whole, for province as a whole, for the people as a whole. That's why 102 is best, because provide more job, more income, more revenue, more tax payment, more tax income for government. When the government have more tax income, government can provide public goods, public services, for example, road, public school, public hospital, police or service, security service or defense service, something less. That's why countries tend to be better. So the best or optimal output to produce is 102, not 101, because this condition. Okay, this is not extra by 1, but extra by 10. 10, can you see? 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. This is total cost, total revenue. So I don't have this. Based on this, you need to fill this and then answer this question. What is the best or optimal output to produce? 100, 101, 110, 120, 130, or 140. Okay, so this is the other question that I asked you to answer. Previous video I had some questions for you to answer. If you can answer correctly, it means you understand the concept for that one. So you are good. But if you cannot answer correctly, try to look at it again and again. But even though you look at it again maybe 2 or 3 times already, but you still cannot find the right answer, okay, ask me. I can help you. Ask me, I can help you. Okay? So let's go to our slide. So this is about not yet. I'm just talking about here is about marginal benefit and marginal cost equal, or at least greater than. At least greater than, that means greater or equal. Okay, greater or equal. So look at this one. this is smaller. No, sorry, just MC smaller MO. That means MO greater, because when we're talking about this one, MO, MB, MO greater or at least equal. If I look at this one, this is MO greater or this is equal. That's why it's better for users to take this 101 or 102, but not 103. Why not 103? Because MC bigger than or greater than MO. This is not okay. This is not good condition, because based on cost benefit principle saying that action should be taken if marginal revenue or marginal benefit are at least as greater as. At least greater as, it means bigger or small or equal. MO bigger than MC or equal to MC. This is at least as greater as. Okay. MO bigger than or equal MC. But not MO smaller. No, not this one. Okay. Economic surplus. Yes, maybe I said something already about surplus from a previous slide. Economic surplus from taking any action is the benefit of taking that action minus its cost. That's why economic surplus equal to benefit minus cost. Rational decision makers take all actions that provide, that yield, that provide, that offer a largest positive economic surplus, largest, biggest positive economic surplus. So in order to get economic surplus, you need to know total benefit. You need to know total cost. Total benefit minus total cost is a surplus. Okay, is surplus. Okay, the other point is opportunity cost. This is also the very important concept in economics that everyone needs to understand. So I will talk clearly about that one. Opportunity cost. Opportunity cost, this is our language. ថ្លៃឱកាស ឬក៏ចំណាយឱកាស Opportunity cost of an activity. ថ្លៃឱកាស ឬចំណាយឱកាស នៃជំរើសមួយ ឬក៏សកម្មភាពមួយ ឬក៏ការជ្រើសរើសមួយ Refer to the values of next best alternative that must be foregone in order to undertake that activity. Next best. Next, that means not this one. If you take this action, the next one is the other one. The other choice, the other option, the other policy, the other activity must be foregone. What does it mean foregone? It's gone. Not here. It's gone. It's taken away. Okay? Taken away in order to take action. It means that because of their previous video, because of scarcity, people need to make choice and take only one. When they take this choice, they give up, they throw away the other choices. Okay? But however, in order to have a good comparison, we take only two choices. Okay? For example, this choice A, the next one is B. For example, the opportunity cost of A action is the value of B action that must be foregone. Okay? Because you take A, if you take A, because you take A, when you take A because scarcity, you cannot take B. That's why B must be gone. If B must be gone, the values of B also gone. So the values of next best gone is the opportunity cost of this action. Decisions depends upon opportunity cost. So when you make decision, you need to care about opportunity cost as well, not only money cost. Opportunity cost as well. Okay. Consider explicit cost and implicit cost. Explicit cost is the cost that people pay in money. pay in money. Implicit cost or opportunity cost is the cost that people paid but not in money. Pay in money is easy. For example, you buy a book. You give money to seller, seller give you the book. Okay? So amount of money that you give to seller, this is the cost of the book that you pay. Easy. I can count it how much. Okay? Because when you pay, actually you get the receipt. The cashier will bring you the receipt, or maybe the seller will write the receipt for you. Okay? You can see all this number. This is cost you pay in terms of money. How about cost that people paid doing something not in money? Who know? Who know? That we call object cost. Okay. So the cost that people doing something paid but not in money is referred to what? To time. Time cost. Object cost or time cost. Okay? Time cost is not money cost. Question. Not combine value or all possible activity together. When you study object cost, don't try to combine. For example, you have 5 options. When you take one, don't try to compare to the other 4 together. Okay? When you take A to study, don't compare the cost or the values of B or A to get to compare all B, C, D together. No, don't combine. Because when we compare this one, you cannot find which one is the best. That's why the best way or the best strategy to find the best option, you need to compare 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Object cost considers only your best alternative. Your best alternative. Okay? So this is the other slide that I give you in order to study object cost. Suppose that you have 3 hours time. Now you have 3 hours time. What is the time cost, object cost for these 3 hours? This question tends to be not clear. Okay, look at next. So you have time 3 hours. You have 2 choices. Work in company A or work in company B. You spend this 3 hour time to work, but you have 2 choices: work in A or work in B. If you get the wage from 3 hour working A will offer you $12. If you work in B, B will offer you $15. So question, what is the time cost, object cost for 3 hour working in company A? Okay, what is object cost for A? What is object cost for A? What is the object cost for working in company B? If you can answer correctly, it means you understand what the definition of object cost. Again, I give extra data. You have 3 hours again. You work for A will offer you the wage $12, but you need to pay money in order to work A. You pay $5 to work A. If you work B, B offer you the wage $15, but in order to work B, you need to pay $9. So again, the same question after this one. What is the cost, or what is time cost, object cost for working in company A? What is the time cost, object cost for working in company B? Okay, so answer this one. That's why this is about object cost. If you can answer those questions that I just showed previous slide, it means that you understand the concept of definition, the concept or the definition of object cost, or doing action, one action or one activity. Maybe I'm not spend this one for you, but you can read it On Sunday, on one Sunday, suppose you need to choose between clothes washing, you need to wash your clothes, or doing something else. For example, if you are a worker, you need to complete your work. Maybe tomorrow, Monday is new day or new day of the month. Okay, so this month will finish by this Sunday. That's why if you take the work for this month and do a delay to next month, that's why next month you have more work. That's why you decide. This Sunday, you decide whether you wash your clothes or do complete your work before new month comes. But in this case, our question is only washing your clothes. Do you wash your clothes? This is the question. Do you wash your clothes? So answer only yes or no. So whether it's all answer yes or no, you need to show your evidence. Okay, a cost-benefit analysis say only if the benefit outweigh the cost. Outweigh that means greater than cost total. So you can see this is benefit from washing the clothes. Okay, it's $5. The cost of washing the clothes $5.25. So benefit from washing the clothes $5. Benefit from the cost of washing the clothes, not washing the clothes, $5.25. What does it mean? It means that this is when you wash your clothes by your own, you can save $5 because you don't go to take your clothes go to laundry. That's why you wash your clothes by your own, you save $5. But if you take the clothes go to laundry, then not for your own. Okay, this is 5 point. Okay, sorry. If you wash your clothes by your own, this is if you take your clothes by your own, you pay $5. You don't need to get you get $5. You don't need to go to laundry. But however, washing clothes offer you the cost. For example, water, like the other detergents that clean your, or maybe electricity, or maybe time cost. Together, 5.25. That's why in this case, if you wash your clothes by your own, you can get $5. But if you not, for example, if you wash the clothes, you pay this 5.25. That's why it means that economic surplus is minus. Okay, the clothes are not having the clothes washed. What does it mean? If you not having the clothes washed, it means that you don't wash the clothes. But in this case, we say that not washing, still clothes still washed, but washed by you or washed by the other. Suppose that is washed by you. So if the economic surplus from washing the clothes by yourself minus 0.25, that's why you should not wash your clothes by your own. If you should not wash your clothes on your own, this is option A. Is you cannot take, you can option B. Option B, it means take the clothes, go to laundry. Okay, so laundry. So if economic surplus positive, you will take, but this is negative economic surplus. Surplus is about extra, but this negative extra, what does it mean? It's lost. Okay, so study the case on page 5 and 4 and 5 of our textbook. And you also have one question. Yes, one question on concept check 1.1 on page 7. These are your task. Roles of economic models. A role economic model is like abstract model. What does it mean? Abstract is like a summarized model. Easy, simplest, simple model. is a simplified description capturing essential elements of a situation. It's a economic model. Normally we take a simple model because everyone can understand. Okay, we take only we study only the main elements, not very detailed, just a general elements in order to understand. It allows logical analysis. It includes only the major forces at work and will ignore many details. Don't try to put more details, because when you put more details, it's so complicated you cannot find the answer. Okay, rational people will apply cost-benefit principle using their intuition. However, people can make mistakes when they try to balance the cost and benefits. Why make mistake? Because all costs or all benefit that they pay or that they get, not only money. Cost and benefit are money, it's easy. If we make mistake, it's very low, because we can count, we can calculate in terms of money. But in terms of not money, we make a lot of mistakes, because my time different from your time. Okay, 1 hour cost for me, it's more than 1 hour cost for you. 1 hour time for me benefit, provide me more benefit than you. That's why this is make mistakes. People often make inconsistent choice because the cost is not money. They have different amount. The benefit not money, they have different amount. That's why different amount of cost, different amount of benefit, they also have different decision making. Okay, next one, 3 decision pitfalls, mistake, as I said earlier from movie 1. Economics analysis predicts likely behavior of people. That's why when we study economics, we study about how do you guess the people. If people have this condition, what do they do, or what will they do? Okay, likely to guess the behavior of people in the market, in the country. For example, like when the government increases the tax, so what behavior people will what the action that people will do? They are angry, they go to do demonstration to be against the policy of increasing tax. Or when the government lower the tax, what will they do? They are happy, or they go to say no, don't lower the tax, I want to make the tax increasing. That's why economics analysis predicts likely of behavior of people. Because of that one, 3 general cases of mistakes that people always do, but economists, they may not doing it, but people, ordinary people, do it every day. That's why this is we call pitfalls or mistakes. 1. Measuring cost benefit as proportion instead of absolute amounts of money. 2. You don't care about absolute cost. It's mistakes. 3. You are failed if you don't care about marginal, as I give you marginal cost, marginal revenue. Okay, go to 101. Measuring cost benefits as proportions instead of absolute amount of money. Many decision makers treat or consider a change in cost or benefit as insignificant if it constitutes only a small proportion of original amount. What does it mean? For example, I have example for this. I have example for you. Absolute money amount, not proportion, should be employed to measure the cost and benefit. That's why when you make decision, don't try to use percentage for measuring the cost or benefit of that action. You should use money, amount of money, to measure the cost or benefit of that action. Let's see. I have 4 questions, but the first and second question is the same situation. The third and the fourth question is the the same situation. That's why I have 4 questions, but I have 2 cases. Okay, look at the first 2 questions. Would you walk to downtown to save $10 on $25 item? Let's say calculator, because you need to use calculator for this the cost. If you go to downtown, go downtown and come back, you can save $10, because on campus, the bookshop on campus selling calculator $25, but downtown is cheaper than this $10. That's why you can, if you go there, you can save $10. Okay. The other question: would you walk to downtown to save $10 on $2020 price? For example, computer. Let's say computer selling in the campus $2020, but if you walk to the downtown, the same computer model is only cheaper than this one $10. So I give you only one choice. You choose this one or you choose this one. Okay, so which one did you take? How many of you will take this one? You go to downtown to save $10 for the calculator $25 in campus, or you go to downtown to save $10 for computer selling in campus 2020. Save, that means selling outside campus or downtown may be cheaper than $10 compared to here. Okay, which case that you, this is the same case but 2 conditions. Which one you choose, the first or second? The other one: would you walk to downtown to save 5% of $30 item? $30 item maybe, let's say calculator. Or the other one, you to walk to downtown to save 5% of $1,500, let's say computer again. Okay, which one that you take? This is save the same amount, this is save the same percentage. So I want to hear your answer. The first 2 questions, which one to choose? The first or second? The last 2 questions, which one to choose? The third or the fourth? Okay, so tell me. The other one, pitfall: ignoring implicit cost, object cost. Maybe I'm talking a little bit earlier about object cost. When performing a cost-benefit analysis of an action, it is important to take account for all relevant costs. What does it mean, all relevant costs? The cost in terms of money and the cost in terms of not money. You need to cover all, including implicit costs, the values of alternatives that must be foregone in order to carry out the action. Okay, implicit cost of the other, that means this is a object cost. A resource may have a high implicit cost or object cost even if you originally got it for free. If you got one product or one thing for free, why is it higher object cost? Let's say yes, they provide, like rich people, they provide food, or they provide food or buy something for all of you for free, but normally they not provide immediately. They ask you to wait for long time, maybe 2 or 3 hours. Okay, 2 or 3 hours, and then when 2 or 3 hours later, everyone you make a line, and then they provide food or provide something for you for free. Yes, you got free, you don't pay money, but you pay time. You spend a lot of time. That's why this is a high object cost. Okay, high object cost. Okay, for example, the other one, not in Cambodia, but maybe I can find from Cambodia. Based on my experience in 2010, 2009, 2010, at that years, iPhone was very popular. iPhone 3GS coming. In Tokyo, when they announced that, okay, tomorrow at 6 o'clock, the store will open door and provide the new iPhone to the customers. The price is not cheap. It's still many people go to the store at 2 o'clock in the morning or from midnight. They stand there, they sleep there, or they stand there as a line waiting for 6 o'clock coming. They open the shop and they can buy new iPhone. But this is not for free. This is for free. This is for free, but those cases is not for free. But because of people want to get, yes, when they, okay, this is the latest version iPhone, I can use it now. They sell now, I can get now. That's why they spend a lot of time in order to get this iPhone, but not for free. Okay, so not for free, but in this case free. For example, rich people, they provide food for the poor people, but they ask poor people to wait and to make a line, but take maybe long time, maybe 2 or 3 hours, in order to get that food for free. Food for free, but those people pay a lot, spend a lot of time. That's why they high up the cost. The identical resource may have a lower implicit cost. However, it has no good alternative use. Identical resource may have a low implicit cost. The other resource maybe have low object cost. However, maybe it's not a good alternative use. This is really not a good one. Okay. So you can go to study. Maybe this is wrong. This is based on old textbook. Maybe you can chat to me. I will inform you next. Third one, failing to understand the average marginal distinction. Average and marginal, average cost, marginal cost is not the same. Average revenue, marginal revenue are not the same. Okay, it's very important that we must not confuse between average cost and benefit. Average cost and benefit, average benefit, with marginal cost and marginal benefit. I mean, don't confuse between average cost and marginal cost, average benefit and marginal benefit. They are differently. Okay, they are differently. Decision makers often have readily information about total cost and total benefit, total revenue of one action. And from this, it is important to compute the activity's average cost and average benefit. Yes, how to compute? Just total cost divided by total Q. In terms of average cost, total cost divided by total Q. But when talking about marginal cost, the chain total cost divided by the chain total Q. This is differently. A common mistake. Common mistake is to conclude that an activity should be increased if average benefit increased or bigger than average cost. This is not. We don't have any principle or any concept that comparing average cost and average benefit from one action. Be careful this one. We have cost benefit analysis that comparing total cost and total benefit from one action. We have cost benefit principle that comparing marginal cost and marginal benefit from one action. But we don't have any concept that comparing average cost and average benefit from one action. Don't confuse this one. Okay? This is maybe I'm not spend time. Okay? Because about average cost is about marginal benefit and marginal cost I already talked in previous one, so I skip this one. And okay, this is maybe I'm not talk too much. Marginal cost refer to increase in total benefit. Marginal benefit MB or marginal revenue refer to increase in total benefit or total revenue that result from carrying out one additional unit of activity or production. Maybe you get it from the other slide that I showed you earlier. Same thing, marginal cost refer to increase in total cost that result from carrying out one additional using. Okay, so this is production. When you produce more, you get more money. That's why more marginal cost. When you produce more, you pay more cost. That's what this is one. If marginal benefit greater than marginal cost, increased output is better. Let's say 101, 102. Okay, from 101 to 102. 101, based on our previous example, I'm not showing again, but I'm just saying, based on previous example, if you produce 101, marginal revenue bigger than marginal cost. That's right. If marginal revenue bigger than marginal cost, 101 is not the best one. Increase. Okay, increase. However, 103, when you see, when you go, you can go back. You can go back to the. I'm not going back for you, but you can go back after that. 103, marginal cost bigger than marginal revenue. That's why don't increase your production. You must decrease your production. Okay, because when in this case, if marginal revenue bigger than marginal cost, when you increase production, you will get optimal output, best output. But is one output level that offer you marginal benefit lower than marginal cost, don't increase your production. Stop. Decrease your production. Don't increase, but decrease your production. You will get optimal output. So producers, business people will run their business or produce more or less. It depends on what is the optimal output. Optimal output or the best output is the level or is the condition that marginal benefit equals to marginal cost. This one. Okay, look at this graph. This is MB graph. This is MC graph. This is the best one. Okay, 30 is the best optimal amount of memory. For example, USB, they put a space here. 20 is not because benefit is still bigger than cost. It's why increase. 40 is not because benefit lower than cost, decrease. Okay. Okay. Maybe I stop by this one.